Hey you guys, it's Claudia Beleza, the fashionista, and today we're going to learn how to do the purl stitch. This is a stitch that you don't do alone. When you work this stitch, you're using it in combination with the knit stitch. Now, I have cast on 20 stitches on my needle. If you do not know how to cast on, I will have a video that will give you some simple instructions, simple and detailed instructions on how to cast on. So now that I've done that, I'm going to now knit on these stitches. And if you want to see how to do the knit stitch, you can also refer to the description box for that video. It's a simple, detailed instruction on how to knit stitch. So let me knit and I'll come right back to you. Okay, I'm back. I've just finished knitting onto the stitches, and now I'm going to prepare to do the purl stitch. So I'm going to get my working yarn, and on my right hand, with my right hand, I'm going to lace the yarn through my fingers. So it's going to go over the index, under the middle, over the ring, and under the pinky. And then I'm going to get my needle that's free of the stitches, and I'm gonna put it in my right hand, and I'm going to make sure my working yarn is in front of that needle. So when I'm working, I want to make sure that my yarn is in front of my needle, and I'm going to get the right needle and I'm going to insert it in front of my left needle and point it towards the left. That's how you insert it. And I make sure the yarn is in front, and I'm going to brace the needles in my left hand and wrap the yarn around like so. Now I'm going to draw the yarn into the stitch, and I'm going to slip that stitch off. Okay, so again, insert in front, making sure my yarn is in front. It's in front of everything. And then I'm going to wrap the yarn around, draw the yarn into the stitch, and then slip the stitch off. All right. Okay, so I did the purl stitch. So I had cast on, then I knitted, then I did the purl. Now this is the back side. Now I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna show you that I didn't mention before, but when we work the knit over the purl, we produce this stitch, which is the stockinette stitch. You see how you get those V's? So there's the V in the front, and then on the back we have these bumps. So now that I have completed the purl, I'm going to now knit. So I'm going to alternate. I'm going to go knit, purl, knit. So since I've done the purl, I'm going to knit on top of the purl. So when you see this side, you knit. When you see this side, you purl, and then you're going to keep on producing this pattern. So now I'm going to go ahead and knit, and I'll get back to you after I do a few altering, different rows. I'm going to alter, knit on top of the purl, or should I say purl on top of the knit. I'm going to keep on doing that and show you how the pattern comes out. Okay, so this is what we have here. This is, you can see a little bit better on what I was doing. So this is the stockinette stitch that's produced when you purl on top of the knit and you alter these stitches. So again, I want to tell you that when you see this side, you knit, and when you see this side, which right now I'm going to do a purl, you purl. And this is what you can add to your bucket list if knitting is on your bucket list. But yeah, so It's a very simple, as long as you know how to do the knit stitch, you can definitely do the purl stitch. It's just a matter of making sure your yarn is in the front and you insert your needle in the front, and you just brace in your left hand, you wrap around like you do with the knit, and then you make sure you draw the yarn in the stitch like you do with the knit, and you slip it off like you do with the knit, and you know, and you're golden. So I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions that you find that was not answered with this video, please be sure to give a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that and hit that bell so that you can be notified when I post another video. So take care and have a beautiful day or night. Bye.